require my assistance? Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
Greeting, traveler.
Games.
The end is coming! Who am I?
Change your mind.
You require my assistance? We're gonna be rich.
Games.
Inferno! Require my assistance? Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
Team Hearth League. It is Thursday night. That means it's time for the championship edition of Tavern Talk. I am Force of Will, and I am joined by one of my regular co-hosts, Saku. Saku, how are you doing this evening?
Not bad, not bad. A little sleepy,
Apparently, you're not the only one. We'll get to that in a moment. Also joining us this evening, the captain of one of our two finals teams, Collective Mayhem. We have Smiley Chris with us. Smiley, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Nice, Smiley.
Awesome to have you. Awesome to have you here. Now, this would also be the point where I would normally introduce Sage. Sage answered the call for about 2 seconds and then hung up. I think we may have caught him asleep, possibly. And so hopefully he will jump in during the show, because if not, this is going to get very awkward when we start trying to talk about the finals and have no representative from Hearthstone Academy here to discuss it.
The match is going to be pretty awkward tonight if he doesn't turn up.
Hey.
Yeah, because y'all are playing your match immediately after Tavern Talk on Thursday Throwdown as well.
He'll just rope. He'll just rope. That's all.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be jumping in just a moment. He does. The cameras may go weird for a moment, but just give you a heads up on that. So, all right. Well, let's start off, and we'll start off with the Ragnaros semifinal review, and we will start off. And actually, I'll let Smiley Crest take this one. Talk about her team, Collective Mayhem versus Really Nice Guys. So, tell us what happened in the matchup this week.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Will. We had a really tough fight against Really Nice Guys this week. They came out swinging, gave it their all, and really put us to the test. So the first match was Edelweiss against, one moment, I forgot who she played, Catman. And Edelweiss won that one strongly, so she swept there. And then we had Really Nice Guys had an unfortunate DQ in the Itachi versus Juggalo match. So that meant that Mayhem were up 8-0 at that point. But that's when Really Nice Guys came back fighting. So Elvarkalon, is that how you say his name?
Elvarkalon, yeah.
Yeah. He then swept Cinder, and Swanky Tiger came up over Dave Pedham 3-1. So yeah, some sort of strong results from both sides, which meant that Crackshot and I, the two captains, had a win and in match in our fifth game. So and that one came down to the wire too. So it ended up I just snuck past him at 3-2 in the last game. So yeah, it was a great series, and good on Really Nice Guys for putting up an excellent fight.
So just curious, because I did have a question looking at this when I was preparing the show notes. What happened with the Itachi JR Juggerlaw match? Because it looks like the classes were submitted. Was it didn't show up to the match on time, or what occurred there?
Yeah, unfortunately, an unexpected nap occurred there. So
we might be in for a repeat tonight. Who knows?
Set alarms, everyone! Set alarms. Lots of alarms.
I don't know how many times it seemed like it was a running theme. Almost every week there was at least some person that slept in. I know Jamie's from Team Next Level. I think this third weekend he didn't set his alarm, but he was asleep too. So
yeah, this one was a late night match. I think they were scheduled to play at like 11 or 11:30 or something like that. And yeah, sometimes if you've had on a Friday night, you've had a tough week.
Yeah, couple of
staying
wobbly
up that
pops
late
and you're toast. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
right.
I mean it was unfortunate how that played out, but yeah, unfortunately that the players weren't able to reschedule it over the weekend. So yeah, that one went down to the DQ.
Yeah. So, Saku, really kind of going into this, and I guess we'll talk a little bit about this when we get to the championship preview. But really, this is. I think if you're looking over the course of the season, seeing how everything was playing out, I think if you would have picked Collective Mayhem to make the finals, I think almost everybody would have. So, what are your thoughts on this win against them against RNG here?
It was expected. I know we had all our guesses in last week there, but I don't think we were we weren't expecting a sweep. We expected it to be like a 3-2 thing, which it turned out to be. It's just a couple big 3-0s were 1 and 2, which made the difference, I think. Well, actually, Itachi that was the Juggernaut one, right? So.
Yeah, Itachi JR Juggernaut was the only.
I forgot that one about that one. I know JR was kind of upset with himself on that, but yeah. What was the second game that was played that week? I was trying to remember.
That was the second one that was scheduled.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can find out who the third one. Oh, maybe I've deleted it. Yeah, I'm not sure who the third one was out of Cinder and Dave, who played first.
That was definitely a very impressive win over a very strong team from last week. So
it absolutely is. Yeah, I will say I was a little surprised to see both Cinder and Dave go down. It's like Dave and Cinder have both had pretty good seasons this season. So for Cinder to get swept and for Dave to lose 3-1, that was a little surprising. I got to be honest, but did enough to get through. Did enough to pull through and get that win for them there. So.
I think they've both still been having really good seasons, and it's tough to get through with having winning flat out. So it's not surprising that they have lost. But I have faith that they'll bounce back for this week where it really matters. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, yeah. Cinder and Dave, they are known entities in the league. Cinder making the finals of MCL season. Well, actually, he was one of 2 undefeated people in MCL season beta, and then he made the finals of MCL season 1. So we know about him. Dave Pettum, really strong player as well. So yeah, and against a really tough team, but I think they'll. I don't think we'll see a 3-0, 3-1 result from them this week. So, as like any other thoughts on this matchup? From what I can tell, is like I think that's
Sage. Sage, you're quiet, Sage.
Sage.
Nope.
No. I see you chase that now too. All right, so hopefully he'll get. So someone did recommend possibly getting Ultimate on, and we might be able to do that maybe as we get closer to the finals, but or get closer to talking about the finals, we might be able to pull Ultimate in for this. But anyway, well, let's talk about the other match. And since Sage is not here to talk about the match, I guess I can go ahead and give the run through on this one. So. Hearthstone Academy was able to beat Xenergy 14-9. Now it looks like that Imposition was able to beat 2-star Mako, which I believe I said that last week on Tavern Talk, because I thought Impo could probably beat 2-star, and I thought the rest of the games would probably go to HSA. And they did. Unfortunately, Ultimate did not get a chance to play Dr. Zephyr because they decided the match was decided at that point. Even with a sweep from Xenergy, or even from a sweep from Dr. Zephyr, they would not have won the week. At that point, so they just went ahead and decided to call it at that point. So, but HSA just pick up the win 14-9. Everybody but Chigmo. Chigmo was the only one who did not pick HSA to win this. So, actually, last week, I gotta say, for all the hosts, did a pretty damn good job on picking our matches this past week. So,
I just see that
pulled it off.
Ultimate was willing to pop in here and be Sage for if we want to do that.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Ultimate in real quick, maybe to talk about this since Sage is taking a little nappy nap. So,
come on, Sage, wake up!
Let me see. I might be able to just add him to this. No, all right. I gotta send him a friend invite, or if you have a friend invite with him, Saku, we can do that as well.
It's probably easier on your end there.
Yeah, it's like, I'll take a look at it. Oh, Sharkman, there we go. He sent a friend request. Let me answer the friend request real quick, and then I can get him in here.
So, what are your thoughts
there for? Yeah, it's like, what are your thoughts on your opponents for this week?
I think HSA have had a great season, and I'm really pleased to see them make it through to the finals with how well they've played all season. not surprised that they're there. And it's I'm happy that we get to play them.
All right. Ultimate, are you there?
Hello.
Okay, so the cameras are gonna mess up for just a second. Saku, you may want to go back to the title screen real quick while we get this all set up here. So we have Ultimate in here for Sage, who apparently is taking a nap at the moment. I don't know. He must have forgotten about Tavern Talk. That's the only thing I can think of. He said he was good to come on earlier in the week, but Ultimate, thank you for joining us at literally the very last second for this week. So,
hey, what's up?
What up? All right. So do you want to give us any more feedback in terms of kind of what happened with your team's match against Xenergy this week? I sort of ran through just kind of the basics of it, but
yeah, I think you summarized it pretty well. I missed part of it because I was joining the call, but yeah, it was a good summary. We got some of our key matchups early on. Were scheduled early on, so I think that made it look a little more lopsided than it was. It really was. Because, Dr. Zephyr's a really good player. I was excited to go against him. But, all of our players put in the work early. They got in enough games in where luckily I didn't even have to worry about playing. So, Synergy's a really good team, but our preparation paid off there.
Nice. Very nice. So, yes, Vendilion, Xenergy is still a team. They are probably now, they have to be probably now the longest running team in Ragnaros League. I think they have to, if they're not, they're really close. They've been around for a good long while. So yes, Xenergy is still around, and they are still doing the damn thing, getting into the playoffs. They got in the playoffs past 2 seasons. Last season they made the finals, I believe, didn't they? Like, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So I mean, they're doing it. They're doing their thing. So, all right. So yeah, basically, Hearthstone Academy again. Really, the juggernaut. They have been sort of the juggernaut for Red Gold this entire season. I'm not surprised to see them coming out as the representative for Red Gold. They've done a really, really great job this season. There we go. We're back, I think. So, even though we still have Sage's picture there at the moment. But
that's why I put the slash there, just in case Sage accidentally trips and falls into the channel. So,
yeah, maybe. Yeah, just in case. So, all right. But yeah, no. Again, I think this was expected. I think if HSA did not make the finals of Ragnaros League, considering how just absolutely dominant they've been this season, I think it would have been a really big surprise for that to happen. So,
yeah, but if anyone's going to unexpectedly put anyone out of the finals, Synergy have got form there. So
yeah, they do. Yeah, they last season they knocked off Thermic Winds in the quarterfinals, and they knocked off somebody else in the semis last season. I forgot who it was. Sorry, it was like I should really do more history looking back. Is like and to that, but I do remember Synergy did make the finals against when did they? I'm not trying to think. No, Team Next Level was the one. No, they lost to Team Next Level the next week, I believe, or they lost to Voter No Confidence. I don't remember which one it was, but those were the 2 finals teams last season. So sorry about that. I was just talking out my head there. So anyway, so any other thoughts on this matchup between HSA versus Xenergy before we get to talking really, really quickly about, or I should say Saku telling us really quickly why people should subscribe and follow to the Team Hearth League Twitch channel?
Well, number one is to help support our lovely THL community and the streams, as well as going towards the website and the what was the other one? I don't want to say Reddit, but Reddit is also in there.
Yeah, Team Hearth League does have a Reddit. It's r/Team Hearth League, if you want to try and find it. Let's see. I'm gonna see if the bot's working real quick.
So basically just...
We also do have Twitter. At THL_HS. We have that as well. We have this website, of course, teamhearthleague.com as well for that. So if you go to teamhearthleague.com, you can literally get to the Discord, you can get to the Reddit, you can get to the Twitter, all from there, basically. So But yeah, no. As you mentioned, yeah, the subs are really, really helpful. They will, of course, help. Do things like maintenance of the website. Helps with prize packs for things like the Team Hearth League Open Series, which reminds me once again I should have prepared this ahead of time. But the next Team Hearth League Open is going to be November 24th and 25th. I'm going to put the link in chat in just a moment. But this is it. This is the last one before the THL Open Series Championship in December, where we'll crown the 2018 champion. So if you want to register, if you want to try to get points for this, then there you go. So there's the link.
That's the link in Twitch.
Link is in Twitch. So we currently have 4 people signed up. Chances are, unfortunately, this time it's probably not going to be on stream because the finals matches are taking over that time frame, and we will make sure to get all the final matches that we can on stream this week, or in the next 2 weeks, I should say, for this. But yes, that's where your Twitch subs go. And also, just as a reminder, if 3 people subscribe to the Twitch channel before the end of the show, we will give away a free month of HS Replay. So I haven't seen anybody sub yet, but I do see a couple options in there for people who need to still sign in or get their subs going. So, but if we get 3, we'll give away a month of HS Replay to the subscribers. So we did it we actually did that last Thursday too. We were able to give away one away for during Thursday Throwdown too, which was really nice.
That's right, with Chris and I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So, anything else, Psycho, about why they should subscribe? At the very least, follow and turn on the Twitch notifications.
Well, yeah, that's the automatic one. So if you are already subscribing or have subscribed, then yeah, be sure to hit that notification little bell up there. I think is what it is, and the like button or the little heart button say that you love us.
Yes, it's like, yep, and that's actually going to help too, because over the next 2 weeks, when we're having all the finals, there's going to be some non-usual match times to do that. So the best way you're going to know in terms of when we have finals matches streaming is to hit the notification button. That's going to be your surefire way to know every moment that we're showing a finals match over the next 2 weeks.
And if you do want to put them in your calendar, there's a blog post up on the website that lists all the times when the final matches are happening. So.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Smiley Chris. Yes, there is a blog post on the TeamHearthLeague.com website as well. You can go there, and it'll be updated as there. I think all the RAG matches have been scheduled. Sylvanas still has a couple matches that still need to be scheduled, but that will also, if you want to do that as your calendar, you can put those directly into your calendar. Well, not directly. You have to put them in yourself. It's not like a Google Calendar thing to make it work, but you get the point. You get the point for this. So, all right. So, are we ready to get to the finals preview?
Pretty much.
All right. Excellent. All right. So we have a little graphic.
Ultimate, you ready?
Ultimate, you ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
All right. Awesome. So let's get to the finals preview. So we have 2 teams. We have Collective Mayhem coming from the Blue-Purple Conference, and we have Hearthstone Academy coming from the Red-Gold Conference. Now, we don't have any head-to-head stats because typically in a season, you don't play cross-conference, so they've never played each other, but we do have a bunch of the season-long stats to go along with this here. Collective Mayhem, 9-1-1. Hearthstone Academy, 10-1. These are literally probably the 2 juggernauts of Ragnaros League this season. I don't think anybody would even come close to arguing that point. Is the 2 highest point earners in the regular season, the number 1 seeds for their respective conferences. This is going to be basically just a slobber knocker of a match here, because these are the 2 titans in Ragnaros League Season 10 going up against each other here.
Just transitioned, so sorry.
Just transitioned, nice. Okay, so with that in mind, thank you, Impo. All right, Impo gifted one to Vendilion. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Impo, and thank you for Vendilion for subbing. So, so what we have here is we have the matchup charts, the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. Who's playing each seed this week? So, with that in mind, we just have a small question we got to answer. Only a small question, but the biggest question of the season. who wins Ragnaros League Season 10 Championship? As usual, we like to start with the biased opinions first. And we're going to go ladies first this evening. So, Smiley Chris, why is Collective Mayhem going to be the ones who are going to win the championship this season?
Well, I think Collective Mayhem is going to be the ones that win the championship this season because I have a lot of faith in my players to come out strong when they need to, and I think they'll put up a great match. Both Edelweiss and Itachi have had super strong and Dave Pedham actually have had super strong seasons, and Cinder's also been really solid. I've had a bit of a rough season, but coming back, yeah, I think that they've just been playing well all season and winning when they need to. So that's why I think Collective Mayhem are going to win.
All right. Excellent. All right. So, Ultimate. Make the case for Hearthstone Academy.
I mean,
HSA going to be the champions this season.
To me, it looks like a pretty easy case to me. But no, I'm just kidding. The way I look at it, I see like our roster. The main thing that's really strong about it is how strong our lower seeds are. Like if you look at the chart you have up here, we have both a PR and a win-loss advantage, on paper in all three of the lower seeds. So that's really what I'm hoping is going to put us through. I'm not sure how I match up against Itachi. He's been one of the best players in Rag League this season. He's played a bunch in the 2 seed. And then MMI, he's beat Edelweiss before. That's going to be a really interesting matchup. So I definitely think it's going to be close, but I'm hoping our strength in the lower seeds is able to pull us through. And that's why I think we're going to win.
All right. So we've heard the captain and the player from the respective teams. All right. So Saku, give us a deep dive. Who do you have as going to be the Ragnaros League Season 10?
It's going to be an unbelievable 10-person DQ, first ever.
So we have no champion. That's what you're saying,
That's
basically.
Right.
Got it.
Everybody's
All right.
a champion. No, I think I predicted at the very beginning of the season that MMI Hearthstone Academy was pretty strong. Nobody really had a good look at the beginning with Collective Mayhem, other than a few key players like Smiley Chris and Cinder and Edelweiss was the keynotes on the team at the beginning. But well, I'm gonna have to go with Hearthstone Academy, just edging out 3-2 in a tight
Good
one.
choice.
Hearthstone Academy. All right. So I'm agreeing with you. I think it's going to be a tight one here. I do want to take one small thing with what Ultimate said. Is like, yeah, the bottom 3 seeds have been really, really good, but I don't want to overlook Dave Pedham in the 5 seed. He's had an 8-2 versus Scritch's 9-2 this season. In addition, Dave has actually, as kind of the way that Collective Mayhem has been built, the bottom 3 seeds basically have been moving the entire season. Like, in terms of
shifting.
One, they've been shifting constantly this entire season, basically. So I'm not ready to say because Dave and Dave's played as a 4 seed, a 3 seed, even some weeks I believe, and yet he still has 8-2 record going into the final week. I'm not ready to say that. I don't think Scritch beating Dave Pedham is a given at this point. In fact, actually, this may be the match that it hinges on. I hate to say it ultimately. It may be the entire game hinges on that.
Wait,
I do
what
like
were you saying about me?
Oh, no, I didn't say anything about you.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. No, I was just saying that you mentioned that the bottom 3 seeds you think are going to be the
you
ones
said,
that lock it up for you.
ultimately. That confused me.
Ultimately, sorry, yeah. Yeah. I will say, I do agree. I think 2-star Mako and Sage probably win their respective matches. Sorry, Smiley Chris.
Well, hold on. He's got to show up first, which I know he.
Well, he does have to show up. All right. Assuming Sage is online, assuming Sage is in the next 30 minutes, then I nodded off. Yeah, he finally mentioned something in chat. Yes, we know. Yeah, you nodded off after waking up. We know that, Sage. Anyway, so Sage is online. So we do know the Sage and Smiley Chris match is happening immediately after this. I am going to pick 2-star Mako and Sage to win. Edelweiss versus MMI, that's going to be actually a good match as well. I am actually going to lean towards Edelweiss. Edelweiss has had a great season both in THL and outside of THL with the WESG games going on and everything else right now.
Yep.
I do like Edelweiss over MMI. Itachi versus Ultimate is going to be really, really close. I do like Itachi in this matchup, I believe. Looking at just everything in general for this. So I really think it comes down to Dave versus Scritch. And I'm going to make the prediction. I think Collective Mayhem is going to be the champions of Ragnaros League Season 10. Main reason why is because I have a lot of faith in Dave. I had him on my team, Team Black Lotus and Sylvanas League. I've seen what he can do. I've seen how good of a player he is. And though Scritch is a really, really good player as well, I don't want to discount that. But I think Dave has had a really good season in both leagues. I think this may be his meta, and I think he's going to be the thing that's going to push Collective Mayhem into the championship, I believe. So I'm actually going to go with Collective Mayhem as the season 10 champions here. So it's like maybe some weird logic around that. And again, all these players are great. All 10 of these players are great.
Yeah.
So I say 2-star Mako beats Cinder. Cinder could very well beat 2-star Mako. We know that it could happen.
Yeah,
Smiley
I think
Chris,
all the matches are tight, really.
Yeah, all the matches are really, really tight. Really, I think it hinges on the 1 and the 5. I think Edelweiss has to beat MMI. If Edelweiss does not beat MMI, I think HSA wins. If Dave Pettum does not beat Scritch, HSA wins. But I do think Edelweiss and Dave do win. And I think they're the ones. Yeah, Sage, go ahead. Yes, you can go ahead and jump on in. It's gonna mess the cameras up one more time, but sure. All right, so
while we've still got Ultimate here, I'm interested with the decision to no contest your match last week. That actually could have affected the seeds for this week. Was that something that you chose to do, or was it something that your opponent last week decided that they didn't want to play?
It's probably Zephyr, I think. Was it?
So that wasn't the whole seed manipulation part of it wasn't intentional. But in terms of how it worked out, I actually think this was the more desirable matchup for us. I think I can go even against pretty much anyone in the league. I'll definitely have a shot at winning. And Mako's been really, really good all season in the 3 seed. That's where he's been making his money. That's where he's been getting his wins. So I'm happy to have him in the 3 seed. He'll be more comfortable, and he'll be able to get us more of a quote-unquote sure win. There's no sure wins against Collective Mayhem. They're just a really, really good team. But I like where it puts us in terms of this week compared to myself in the 3 seed.
All right. So any other thoughts before Sage jumps in at the last second? Yeah, Sage admitted he woke up and then nodded off again. So
yeah, Ultimate, if you want to do that, that's fine too.
Ultimate, if you want to do that, that's fine. It might fix the cameras, or it might still mess the cameras up. It just depends on where they decide to place, Sage when he gets on. So.
Thanks you guys for having me.
Thank you for being here. No, thank you for filling in for your team. I was a little concerned we weren't going to have any HSA representation on here tonight. So thank you for jumping on very last second for that. So, any other thoughts on this? Is any thoughts on decks and classes as you see them brought here? I did see HSA bringing a very interesting strategy. 3 of the 5 players have brought Priest. And I'll be honest, I don't know what to make of that.
Priest is good.
Yeah, HSA have been bringing Priest a little bit the last few weeks, I think.
Yep. Salt and pepper.
We had a week where we tried out Priest too, and it was good. I'm not surprised to see it in their lineup. I think it's a good choice.
Hello?
Hello.
See.
Hey.
Sorry
right.
about that.
No, not a problem. So, yeah, we said we called you earlier, and then said okay, take a little bit more of a nap or something, and then just call us beforehand, and then wait for you.
And I woke up, it went off, and then I just nodded. Next thing I knew, it was 7:30.
Nice. So, all right. So, any any other interesting facts that you see? I also find it interesting. One shaman from Cinder, is the only shaman between all 10 people.
Yeah, I was talking about this last night. That I thought the lineups were very interesting. The fact that there's no druid mirrors, there's one shaman, no warriors.
Yeah.
What is it? 8 rogues, 8 hunters.
8 rogues,
9 hunters, I think.
9 hunters. No, sorry, 10 hunters. No, sorry, 9 hunters. Sorry,
Yeah.
Cinder did not bring hunter.
Or not 9. Yeah, 9 hunters. I think it was like 9 druids, 9 hunters, or something like that.
9 paladins, 9 hunters, and then 5 druids.
Yeah, 9 paladins too.
Right, my bad.
Very, very interesting. So
That's what it was. 9 paladins, not druids.
Yeah.
well, I mean, there are 9 hunters too. Like everybody on HSA brought hunter. Everybody but Cinder brought hunter on Collective Mayhem.
Yeah, like
So
it's just gonna be a really interesting bunch of finals, man.
yeah, it is. So Ultimate gave his kind of his reasonings as to why he thought HSA was going to win. Do you have what you want to give kind of just a quick run through as the captain of HSA why Hearthstone Academy is going to win the Ragnaros Season 10 championship?
Because my team has no life, man.
You know what?
The stats.
I respect that. I respect that as an answer. I respect it. Like, how can you kill that which has no life?
It's scary, man. Fighting that which has no life.
A little South Park reference for anybody who doesn't remember the World of Warcraft episode. So, all right.
With the Sword of a Thousand Truths.
Yes. Yes. Oh. It says Ultimate. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, any other thoughts on the finals? Now, we did get a few. We actually, unlike last night for Sylvanas and Lynn, we actually did get a few questions popping up in the Ragnaros chat. So we normally do like an interview section here, which I guess we've actually had both of y'all on at various points in the season. So I think we've already had a sort of formal interview with both of you, correct?
I haven't been on this.
Oh, you have not been. Okay, all right.
Maybe.
So, all right. So I guess we'll start off just kind of more just common interview questions, things like when did you start playing Hearthstone?
Who goes
To
first?
me or to both of us?
We'll go
Either
Smiley
or.
Chris first, yeah.
Yeah, Smiley Chris first.
Okay. I started playing Hearthstone a couple of years ago. When was it? It was just before Mean Streets of Gadgetzan came out.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Sage?
Sage?
I know I've answered this before. I actually got into the closed beta and played for like maybe all of a week. Realized that I had no idea what I was doing and stopped playing it for like 6 months and went and learned Magic and all this other stuff and then came back to it and discovered I freaking loved it and just hadn't stopped.
Nice, very nice. Now, Sage, I know kind of the story how you got in. You basically came in as a captain. But how did you hear about Team Hearth League to begin with?
I don't quite remember exactly how I first heard about it. I know I was trying to like write this like blog to help new players pick up the game because I hated new player experience is so daunting. That it's a tough game to get into, especially back when I was trying to do all that. And that's where like Hearthstone Academy came from, the name. And I mean the blog doesn't exist. Hey, the team's alive. But the guy that was kind of running it, like I was just writing stuff, but he was running it, it was actually I think talked to Dexter or something. And so that's how I kind of like heard about THL. And then I also, I don't remember how I met Bitbeaker, but I also heard about it separately through him. God, I cannot remember how I met Bitbeaker, but I know I also heard about it through him too. It was like two separate things. It was meant to happen, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
over 2 years ago now.
Nice. It's like because I remember what was it? Season 5 was the first season for Hearthstone Academy, and Hearthstone Academy came in and won the championship first season in. Then came back and is currently the only team to ever win back-to-back championships in season 6 as well. So HSA has a very, very long storied history in Team Hearth League with that. Now, Smiley Chris, how did you find out and get involved with Team Hearth League?
I first heard about Team Hearth League through a bunch of the podcasts. So basically, a bunch of the podcasters were playing, and they would mention their matches, and it sounded kind of interesting. So I think I checked out the website and worked out what my PR was, and then in the lead up to, I think it was maybe 3 seasons ago, I happened to mention in the Queen Concede Discord, which you should all go join if you're not already part of it, that I'd be interested in jumping in a team, and at that point I think it was Cinder said that that Durden was looking for players, so I contacted him, and the rest is history.
Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So let's get to some of the questions that we did. Saku, did you have any questions for either one of them?
I was just trying to think of... I was ready on the tip of my tongue, but I got distracted real quick, so not right now.
All right. It was like, okay, so Jerry Damage has asked, is this first set of guests to play a match right after the show? I gotta be honest, I think it is. I think this is the first time we've ever had the 2 captains from a team in the Ragnaros League finals, and then they immediately play their match on Thursday Throwdown immediately following this. So
Do it for the storylines, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a compelling storyline. It's like, well, first of all, the 2 captains for Rag League are the ones who are leading off the 2 weeks of finals coverage for both Ragnaros and Sylvanas League, and they just happen to both be on Tavern Talk before they play their match. So, Dave Pettum actually asked best and worst qualities of their opponent and make them answer the worst quality question. So I guess this is the time for a little bit of trash talk. So we'll start with Smiley Chris on this one. So best and worst qualities of your, and I don't know if he means actual opponent, because that would get really weird since y'all are playing each other, or it just means the team as a whole. But
I'm willing to go actual opponent. Let's do it.
Okay.
So Sage's best qualities are that he's super friendly, and great to chat to. His worst qualities are that he takes unexpected naps and doesn't like to come involved.
Okay, that was a very low-hanging fruit for tonight. So yeah, no, you got it.
I'm just glad I didn't sleep in my match. When I saw 7:30, I was like, "Oh God, I'm late for Tavern Talk," but at least I didn't sleep in my match.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That was pretty good. It was like, all right, Sage. I guess I can do for Smiley Chris or for Collective Mayhem. Your call on this one.
Well, I mean, they're from the Bloats division, so that's already going against them. I've always really enjoyed Aussies, but damn, is it hard to schedule with you guys? I'm so glad that playing out at the Tavern Talk just made it real easy. But as far as the team goes, like, I like how nice and social all of you guys are. I feel like I've talked to everybody on the team at least once this season, and that's actually pretty rare. Like, there's a lot of teams out there that I maybe talked to like one person from the team all season. So
yeah,
it definitely shows there's a lot of activity going on in Discord with the team, and that's very good for a team. I can definitely see how you guys made it here.
Yep. All right. So Diamond actually asked a really good question. I do want to ask this one. So both teams in the finals. What's kind of been your highlight of the season? Also, who do you think has been your most formidable opponent up to this point?
There you go. That's a good question.
So we'll start with Sage on this one.
Say my highlight was when I was on stream and beat Dr. Dreidel with Control Priest against his Quest Road. That right there. Oh, that was the feeling of real accomplishment.
Nice.
So that was frustrating. But as far as my hardest opponent, it was
Or for your team, or for you, or
like my personal hardest opponent was definitely who was it on Noob Central? Crackshot.
Crackshot sounds right. Yeah.
He took my butt down. So yeah.
I think it. Yeah, I think it was.
It wasn't even fair. I mean, I was sick that week, but I was still, I try, even if I feel like I can't.
Yeah, I was like, that was HSA's one loss throughout the season, correct? I believe it was the Noobs.
Yep.
For that,
I remember 2 seasons ago when we got knocked out of the semi-inspired energy, a bunch of people on the team all got sick at the same time, and that definitely contributed to that loss. But yeah, like losing to Noob Central, man.
All right.
I feel like that was all on me.
All right. So, Smiley Chris, what was you or your team's highlight of the season, and who do you think was your toughest opponent?
I think my personal highlight was pulling the win out last week, as I was really nervous about that match. That was it's never fun to play last up in the win and in position. So I don't know if it was a highlight or more just a general relief. And in terms of, I'll do the toughest one from the perspective of the team. Hot Pepper was definitely our toughest opponents this season. They were the team that came in and beat us.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a correction in Discord chat. It was not Crackshot. Stage was Cutthroat. Both begin with K. So I mean, completely understand the confusion there. So, but yeah, I got that. A small correction, but okay. Yeah, it's like for let's see. Sharkman in chat said for me, our highlight was when, and I think this is Ultimate as well. For me, when our highlight was when everyone's waiting for me to clutch out the win against Dirty Mike of the boys, and then I did it in the quarters. So there we go. All right.
Maybe my highlight was submitting after Ultimate last night.
There you go.
Oh my god, that was driving me crazy. I was up at work just like guys,
Did
please.
she submit yet? Did she submit yet? Did they submit yet? Not yet? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, thank you, Diamond. I thought Ultimate was Sharpie Man 20. So, actually, you know what? Since this is the last one before the championship, before we have the champions on, Saku, what was your highlight of the season this season, and maybe your toughest opponent?
Pretty much the way my season went. Every person was tough for me. I don't even remember my record. It was 0-7 or 0-9 or however many games we played.
Okay.
So it was a stinker of a season for me, but I don't know. It's just Dave Pedham is probably my best game out of the year. So
nice.
I didn't win, but he kicked my arse. But it was a good match. So.
And mine's easy. My highlight of the season was T-Mox beating Dirty Mike and the boys in week 9, and my non-highlight was basically the rest of the season. So there we go. We only won 2, and Dirty Mike was one of them. So, and the other one was I think the Stubbs, who were struggling just as much. So not really that much of a highlight to beat them, but
no.
I
was going to ask.
Go ahead. Yeah, beating Dirty Mike was. Well, but actually both things. Beating the actual Dirty Mike, which was my match for the week, and then beating Dirty Mike and the boys was also pretty cool. So,
All right. I couldn't believe when you guys beat them, man. I was like, oh, look at Team Mox being the Dream Crushers.
And you know what? We were so close. If Bunnyman would have played his match, we might have been able to keep them out of the playoffs, which would have been insane. But Bunnyman DQ'd, and it was like, oh, come on. But
we're almost there.
We were almost just completely keeping them out.
Yeah.
You gotta crush their dreams.
We did it to Maple Syrup Inc. in season 9 too. So
definitely did. Yeah.
Team Mox self-appointed dream crushers.
Yeah. We prefer to make the playoffs ourselves, but we don't never seem to be in that position at the end of the season. So it's like,
Yep.
I was like, okay, well, I guess worst case scenario, we'll just dream crush at this point. So, all right, so we didn't get any. I think that's sort of wraps up the main questions here.
I got one question for each one.
Oh, yeah, question?
Yeah, I
Sure.
just remembered. So Smiley, Chris, and Sage, who would you vote on your team MVP?
Ooh, good question.
Ultimate. Didn't even don't have to think. Ultimate. Yeah. He's the spreadsheet guy. Like, I mean, he may not have the best record on the team from this past season, but I got no problem with that. He did fine. It's the fact that, like, every week he was doing the spreadsheets, he's got the data, he's just contributing so much to, like, how we pick our classes and what decks we end up picking, just everything. The guy he basically carried the team behind the scenes.
Yes. Smiley, Chris, who would be MVP if you had to vote a candidate for MVP for Collective Mayhem? Who would it be?
I don't think I would pick out a single player. I think like Collective Mayhem's strength is really that we are a collective, so we're all working together, supporting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that there's a single person that sort of stands out, regardless of who's got the better win or loss record, as contributing more or less. So I think our strength is that we all work together.
Yeah, because I wasn't really focused on PR myself. I was just more of if there's a player like that put in it. Every team obviously puts in a lot of prep, and that stuff is just more. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, I like that answer too, because it really, I mean, it is Team Hearth League, so you can have a person run the numbers, but it really is a team environment and everything. So,
I'm not saying that there's nothing happening like that in our Discord or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, of all the people contributing.
Yep.
Yeah, Ultimate.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think it's great to recognize those people who might not be getting the top results, but are contributing an amazing amount to the team behind the scenes, because a lot of our awards sort of look at just win-loss records and things like that, and there's people out there that are really super contributing and making their teams what they are, whether that's through running numbers, whether it's through just being encouraging in the Discord, doing lists.
Yeah, that's my job. When people are going down, I'm like, hey man, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll get them next week.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so I think that does. I think unless Saku has any other questions, I was going to give y'all a chance to sort of make your closing arguments before we formally start the playoffs in about 15-20. We'll start with Sage on this one. Do you want to kind of make your final closing arguments for Hearthstone Academy as to why y'all are going to win?
Well, we want it more. What did I say? I gotta establish a dynasty.
Yeah, 3-peat. That's what you're trying to find.
3-peat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting 3 of
them. Everybody keeps throwing around the word dynasty. Well, you're damn right.
Nice. All right. So, Smiley Chris, what's kind of closing arguments for Collective Mayhem?
I'm not actually sure that they do want it more. Maybe we're the ones that are more hungry for it. We've never had a championship with Collective Mayhem, so I think we're out there fighting for our first.
I like it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome to see.
Who's the best three? No, Spanish teacher. I'm not going to ask that. That's getting, never. No, just no. All right. And just got another question in Discord. It's like we've already covered that too. Sort of the prep MVPs. So, all right. Okay. So let's get on out of here because we actually do have a match to get to here. So, first of all, Sage, thank you for waking up and hopping in for the last half of the show today. Is there anything you would like to? Is there anything you'd like to plug before we get on out of here? Twitch, your own Twitch channel or anything like that, or Twitter?
I don't have my own computer at the moment, so I don't exactly have my own Twitch that I'm really actively using. But hey, you should just, if you're interested in joining THL, you could definitely join up and come talk to people on Discord. be active in Discord, and you'll find the team. Promise you that.
Very nice. Very nice. So, Smiley Chris, again, thank you for being here this evening, representing Collective Mayhem. Do you have anything you want to plug before we get on out of here?
I also don't really stream, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at SmileyChrisHS. But yeah, you can find me in a variety of Discords, including the THL Discord and Sage's Discord, which I'd recommend everyone join for some good laughs.
Some good memes.
All right. Good memes.
Yeah, I do run my own Discord server if anybody's interested. I can plug that and the memes and off-topic channel.
Nice.
Join that Discord to watch Ulti and I staring off as to who's going to enter classes first.
Perfect.
Very nice. Awesome. So, Saku, thank you for being here this evening. Of course, me and you are actually about to hop over and cast this match, too. So, it's basically, everybody on Tavern Talk right now is basically just going to just make a small hop over to Thursday Throwdown, and we'll be casting that in just a moment. So, but thank you for stream operating, and awesome as always.
Yeah, I wish you guys both good luck as well. So, if we could do that.
Thank you. I gotta go set up my band.
Absolutely. Yes. No. And yeah. No. Definitely good luck. Good luck to all the finalists, both Rag and Silv. We did Silv last night, of course, but good luck to all the teams for that. So, first of all, thank you for joining us, everybody, this evening for Tavern Talk. Please make sure to follow and consider subscribing to our Twitch channel. All money from the Twitch subs does go to the maintenance of the website as well as league activities. So at the very least, hit the follow button, and if you can sub, hit the sub button. If you use Amazon Prime, it is free, but you do have to come and resub every month, so please make sure to do that. Also, make sure to opt in to Twitch notifications to see when we go live, especially this week, because the matches are going to be sporadic, but you can get that schedule on TeamHeartLeague.com. Now, tonight, Thursday Throwdown, of course, we're going to have our two guest hosts here, Sage and Smiley Chris, playing off against each other in the first game of the Ragnaros League Championship. After we're done here, we're gonna take the stream down for about 15 minutes or so, and then Saku and I will be back, and we'll bring you this matchup. Now, next week is Thanksgiving. We're not gonna have Tavern Talk next week. Enjoy the holiday with your families, and everything else. But we will be back on November 29th with the Ragnaros League Season 10 champion. So either we're gonna have Sage back, or we're gonna have Smiley Chris, and they're gonna have their entire team with them. So you just have to come back in 2 weeks to find out who that is.
Drum roll.
But yes, drum roll it. So, but until 2 weeks from now, I'm Force of Will, and until next time, bye everybody.
See you, everybody.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.